Alright, so WWE Backlash just concluded. Tonight was Kevin Owens and Randy Orton versus Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga in a street fight. Owens was the first competitor to make his entrance, and he just took his time. He was very interacting with the crowd. The French crowd was one of the biggest and most loudest crowds I have ever seen. It was like, 20, 30,000, but it felt like it was 100,000 people chanting. That's how loud they were, and they were doing this throughout the night. So the crowd chanted several things through the match between Sikoa and Tonga. The crowd chanted, "We want Roman." When the bloodline came out, there were some of the things that kind of happened that were kind of highlights of the contest were such as the weapons in the street fight. There were candlesticks, garbage cans, steel steps, tables, and were also used and as this particular part of the street fight. This was being distracted by an animal during the interview. Just a pre-show. It was kind of funny. I just want to kind of point that out. The crowd singing Randy Orton's music was pretty dope. I don't think I've ever seen a crowd sing his music. I know he has really good theme songs. There's a couple of them actually that are really good. And so it was kind of cool seeing that. Owens did kind of take a stiff shot to the back of the head. I don't know if that was he was just selling it or what. And Tama Tonga's back looked really bruised up, as we know in this. And it was Tama Tonga's brother, Tamaloa, and he came and helped him out. And the bloodline gets the W. And pretty good match. Out of a 10, I'm gonna give it a solid 8.5. So then we had Bayley versus Naomi versus Tiffany Stratton. Three-way dance, three-way match. The crowd was going crazy, especially for Bayley. The crowd started singing, "Won't You Be My Girl" for Bayley. I don't makes sense because she got a great wagon back there, so it does incorporate you into wanting to sing that song. So I get it. If you don't know what a wagon is, that's what a black person says for a girl that has a nice butt, a big booty. Get back on subject. Speaking of nice butts, Naomi came out too, and the whole crowd was heavy into it. They're using the phones with the flashlight like they were glow sticks. They were super into it. I mean, some of the spots that were really stand out in the ring was there wasn't, now to think about it, it wasn't the Naomi breaking up the late pin and Bayley kicking out. It was one that kind of stood out. The way the camera shots have become a lot more better. It seems like since Kevin Dunn has left, and just like the camera angles when Bayley was like doing a suicide dive, it was pretty cool. And the way Tiffany Stratton sold the dive, was pretty cool. At the end, Priest versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. Jey Uso got a huge reaction as well. The crowd was heavy into it, and they did not let go of the energy. They kept it the whole time, especially during the entrances. You clearly knew that this was going to be one of those matches as well. Basically, some of the ending things that happened at the end of the match was, it was just a lot of back and forth. But Baylor came down the ring, Finn Balor came down the ring, and he ate a super kick, trying to interfere, and then he distracted Uso and he hit the South of Heaven for a 2 count. and then there was some comebacks back and forth. And then JD Madonna showed up, and he put Priest's foot on the rope, and he broke up the pin, and that would have been a 3 count, and Jay would have won the title. And then, but the Arch enemy Arch hit the South of Heaven from the middle rope onto Uso, and he gets the dub, and he still is the champion. The Kabuki Warriors versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cowgirl. Like I said, the crowd was still heavy through the whole time through this match. I will say this: Jade Cowgirl has been working her sexy ass off at the PC because it really showed. She was very fluid in the ring. I don't know why people give her a hard time. So she wrestled some good matches. Her last match with Chris Statlander in AEW was really good to me. I think she was improving, but now with real training and getting constantly going to the PC and being around those people, and having Bianca and Naomi there to help her become a better wrestler really helps. You could really kind of see the fluidness in her movement. I think that it was a pretty good match. It was there just to showcase how dominant Belair and Cowgirl hit. They both hit their finishes at the same time, and just outright was a showcase for those two, and just demolished. It was like it reminded me back in the day, if you are a wrestling historian, how there was this tag team called the Legion of Doom or the War Warriors, and they used to come to the ring and they just beat the living shit out of everybody because they were so big and strong. And it kind of reminded me that some moments that were pretty funny. I always watch Asuka when someone else is coming out during the matches and stuff, and Asuka was dancing to Bianca's music. So that kind of stuck out a little bit. Let me see what else. And just Jade Cargill was impressive. You know what I mean? We know what Bianca can do, so that was not surprising. But it was good to see her showcased as well. So out of 10, I'll probably just say a solid 7 as far as the rating. And then we have Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles for Universal Championship. Of course, we know they're going to sing with this one. They sing with this one in America. Over here in America, we sing Cody Rhodes song. So I do wish AJ would have kept his DMX song. That was DMX, if you guys didn't know, where he said, "You don't want none, you don't want none." I kind of like it how it starts off, but I wish he would go back to that. But it's cool. The new entrance is cool. But the French crowd was heavy into this one even more. A little backstory. These guys, I think, have wrestled each other before, or know very well of each other, going all the way back to their high school days, where they were both on wrestling teams. So they do have history with each other, going way back to Georgia. So there was a face, kind of started off with some takedowns, some counters, couple of face slaps. That was like, oh, so it got kind of personal, even more personal. So some of the big spots they did in the match were pretty cool, and it made sense. It wasn't too many spots. You know, some matches you could just have a bunch of spots, and it just like, and then you have other spots, and it just like there's no differential from what is the big spot and one is the small spot. So but this match was right. It was, the big spots were there and it mattered. It was not too many spots, and which was really cool, from the crowd reacting to those moments even more. And then after hitting a couple moves, the American Nightmare hit the Crossroads, on Styles. Some of the cool things about this match, and were acknowledged that they were in the Bullet Club, which is it's a new era in the WWE. they're acknowledging other companies, they're acknowledging Impact. Now they're acknowledging New Japan. It's that we're not stupid. Most of the people that watch wrestling, even the common, WWE being the biggest out of all the big three. If you don't know what the big three is, that's WWE, AEW, and TNA are the big three. Over here in America, they're called the big three. So those are the big three promotions where everybody usually goes work first, and then everybody else is under that. Whether you be an indie or maybe an MLW, GCW. GCW is an indie though. MLW is not an indie, but it's not on the same level as a TNA. Even though TNA is not as popular as it used to be, it's still under there. TNA is, all over TV and stuff, so, and social media, and they trend a lot on Twitter, so they're still number 3. But anyway, and then you see WWE guys going to TNA too, like Dolph Ziggler. But anyway, it was pretty cool match, and just out of 10, I would say maybe a 9. It was the best match of the night by far. Obviously, it's AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes. Being AJ, I think AJ is like the Shawn Michaels of this generation. I think he's actually more talented than Cody. But yeah. So what made it cool was the crowd shut out to the French. You guys really killed it. Comment in the comment section if you're French or if you were there. You guys really did a great job. I've never seen no one keep that same energy for all 3 hours. That's really a hard thing to do. I've been to wrestling shows. I was a wrestler in a show before, and I've never seen energy through the whole time being like that. It was really cool. Some things I saw that was really cool was Samantha Irvin waited until the crowd was done singing, and then she did her introductions. And the camera shaking. I noticed there was camera shaking with the crowd. Was really cool. What else was really cool? Yeah, it was just a great event. What was really cool is that they gave everybody time in their matches. Most matches are like 7 to 9 matches a night for a pay-per-view, and this one they gave more. It was able to have more time, being only like 5 matches, so it gave the wrestlers more chance to show their personality, tell a complete story, and just it shined a lot more. Out of the whole event, out of a 10, I probably would give it 8. And if you have Peacock or what have you, it would be a great event to go back and watch. And that's pretty much it, you guys. And I just wanted to hop on here real quick, give you a rundown and everything. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and set your social media to my notifications. And I greatly appreciate you guys. Until next time. Yes, sir.